My name is Kelvin Julius Msuya. I'm a medical doctor from Tanzania. I work in a St. Thomas Health Center. I first got the privilege to know about Merck in the last IFFS conference, which was on 2016.
My name is Dr. Pantaleo Kavishe. I'm from Tanzania.
My name is Nicholaus Mazuguni. I'm a specialist in obstetrics and gynecology, and I come from Tanzania. I work in a consultant hospital called Kilimanjaro Christian Medical Center.
I'm Jonah, Amoah, a biomedical scientist from Ghana with the Fini Hospital and Fertility Center. I was selected by Ghana Association of Clinical Embryologists and Fertility Society of Ghana.
Since this is the first batch to happen in India, I'm very privileged to be here because Merck African Embryology Training Program is really fruitful, giving us opportunities which you'd otherwise have difficult to get into. In Tanzania, the situation of infertility has not been so good. First of all, I can say infertility is not given the attention it deserves.
And it's like a taboo to the community when the couple seem not to have a child. So they tend to find themselves, in all areas through spiritual, means, trying to see if anything can happen, or even if they can have any good news, or going to meet herbalists and all that for treatment and all that. So finally, before they even end up in a center, a lot might have gone wrong. If it had been seen earlier, treatment would have been easier for them to have handled. Our statistics back home show that most of the divorce rates being linked to the issues of infertility or childlessness.
The other major challenge is the lack of awareness. Infertile couples coming in, if you ask them, they have never even heard about assisted reproductive technologies. Things like intrauterine insemination, IVF, ICSI. These are not well known. Our patients are not informed about these issues. Infertility being as a problem that will affect both male and female, but in our country, traditionally people think that infertility affects only women, and women have been blamed that are the reason of infertility. We have seen so much of the intimate partner violence, we have seen so much of the domestic violence, we have seen so much of gender-based violence just because of the belief that people are having towards infertility, the human resources. This is a very big challenge because to have a fully functioning fertility center, you need a trained personnel in terms of embryology, in terms of clinicians who will be stimulating patients before they undergo assisted reproductive technology. We have very few, if none at all, personnel who are trained specifically for infertility care. The cost is very high, and majority of our patients have been opting to go outside the country, which also again is a very huge challenge in terms of cost-wise. And the last challenge that I can say that is very important to be addressed is the issue of lack of already set policies and guidelines to guide the infertility practice in our country. To date, I can say we don't have any set-aside laws that will govern or lead people to offer infertility care.
So the Merck African Embryology Training Program, it's very fruitful.
So the training has been structured in such a way you are being trained to understand the physiology, the anatomy of both male and female reproductive system. You cannot explain the abnormal if you don't know the normal. The second part of our training is the theoretical part in terms of assisted reproductive technology techniques. The third part, I would say, has been the practical aspect of training. The opportunity that we have had to understand the basic principles and advanced methods of making sure that you have a very good outcome in terms of assisted reproductive technology has been well covered.
In this program, what we intend to do is to provide the necessary unmet need that we have today, and that is good quality trained personnel to be able to deliver the quality that is comparable to anywhere around the world. And important to note that this is hands-on training for scientists. We did this because we felt that this need has to be bridged in the community, because infrastructure can come up very quickly with the government. But what we need is trained personnel, both clinicians and embryologists. I would like to tell all my embryologists over here who are now on the verge of completing their 3 months course with us over here, and I'm sure by the smiles on their faces you know that they have been extremely happy, because a hungry mind needs knowledge, and once they get that knowledge there is a smile on their face, and that says it all. That is the enthusiasm they have, and that is the enthusiasm I want them to go back to their countries, Tanzania and Ghana, and to be able to never give up and to be able to go and work. Rome was never built in a day. You may have a lot of obstacles, but the only way you will overcome is your grit and determination that's really going to make a success of IVF. It's not a low-hanging fruit, but it's not too high either.
I'm very grateful to Merck and Milan Fertility Center because they've been working together hand in hand to make sure that this happens and well structured, and staff here who have been involved in our training well dedicated in terms of making sure that by the time we finish this training we will be independent embryologists, that we can work as a standalone embryology and making sure that we bring change to our society.
I would like to acknowledge and congratulate Merck More Than a Mother for having an ear onto the underprivileged societies. That's how we got this opportunity of training. So I would really say thank you to Merck More Than a Mother and Merck African Embryology Training Program for this opportunity, because it has not only helped us, it has helped the entire community and society where we are coming from.
This is a very huge responsibility that Merck have decided to take. Building a capacity in Africa is one of the very important issues that should be taken on board if we really want to deal with infertility. And I believe in the next 5-10 years to come, this will be a job well done.